I want to ask you a question. And this is probably one of the biggest questions at least I have on YouTube is, do you want to click on thumbnails while you're watching YouTube? Do you want to click on a thumbnail that's uninspiring, that doesn't really tell you anything, doesn't give you any reason to click? Why do we think that our thumbnails, if they don't inspire, why would we want to even click?
My name is Craig and this is Morningstar Better Thumbnails. Don't make great thumbnails, just make them better.
G'day Christian creators. As I said, my name is Craig, and today I want to go over something that's so, I don't know, the more I think about it, the more passionate I get, the more I want to tell you. No, the best way to tell a story is to stop telling. So we need to stop telling stories in our thumbnails. And yes, we do tell thumbnails in our... start again. We do tell stories in our thumbnails. And if we are just repeating the title, then why even have a thumbnail? Why even have a title? I mean, YouTube uses title and thumbnail together to show it to people. Why do we even need to put anything else together? Why do we even need to show something when YouTube is putting it out there? Because people are on the other side of that. When you are watching YouTube, you are the other person on that. They have a feed that's going crazy and they're just passing it through. Why are they going to stop on your video, your thumbnail? Well, today I want to go over what makes people inspired to click on your videos, on your thumbnail. This is all about thumbnails, and it's not about making great thumbnails. It's just making them better enough for people to be inquisitive, for people to want to click, to people to go, I want to find out what that is all about. So let me just go over a couple of things. Okay. What makes you think right now about this thumbnail? This thumbnail. Now, obviously we've just gone over Halloween. I did this probably a couple of years ago. But what is the story? Now, I don't want to tell the story. In a way, probably I could put Halloween for Christians, can you mix it? And I could probably take away the writing here and just have the photo would probably be enough, because we are showing a story. This is showing a story. What about this next one? Let me just get this going. Okay, it's a bit in your face. And I guess when you're scrolling, people's eyes, they will gravitate towards you. But what is this story showing you? Not telling you, showing you. If it's all about YouTube, it is saying that don't do this. I think the thing was, don't do this until you watch this. Or don't upload until you watch this. And this is all about, hang on, my views are going down. It's getting an emotion. And that is the other key, emotion. It is so important. If someone is flicking through YouTube and they come across your thumbnails, does it stop them enough? That is the question. Do they stop enough? Do you stop them enough? Let's go for the next one. All right. And the other part of this is we feel, we know. Look, the feeling is over. We know that God is commissioning us to do something, to showing and to bringing His good message and His good news to other people. And today, YouTube is one of those methods. And should we not have the story? And it's not about trying to get people to 1,000, 1,000,000 people to click. This is about just doing what we know God wants us to do in the best way we can. It's not trying to make viral videos. It's just trying to be enough for even just one person to click. Just one. That's all we're talking about. So let's not get all hung up on, okay, I'm trying to be viral or anything. We are commissioned by God, and that's everything. So let's do that the best we can. This one here is obviously trying to get people to the best way to get more views. And again, I'm not going to go over that again, but that's what it's about. Who is the boss? Is it YouTube or is it God? And we are, and in this, it is showing, it is showing that we can put back the control. And here's the thing. YouTube watches people watching YouTube. It's a little introverted, but they are not going to click. Let me just focus on this a second. People are not going to click if they don't want to. And so if we can do that the best, then it's going to make a difference. I mean, God has got His... Let me start at this again. Being on YouTube is not about views. It is about... Let me think about this. Being on YouTube is not about views. It is about doing what God wants us to do. And that should mean everything. So then we need to do it the best we can. With the best thumbnails we can. The most intriguing thumbnails. And remember, YouTube is watching the viewer. And we want to inspire the viewer. So we're all working on the same page. This is another one. I said that there is something that is killing your channel, your YouTube channel. And I probably went a little bit overboard. But I am showing a story. What does this mean if you have a look at this thumbnail? It shows a story. It's not telling a story, it is showing a story. Okay. I even try to experiment. And this is another thing. Experiment with your thumbnails because I love experimenting with thumbnails, trying to see if something else happens or more people click. This one, I don't think stop your pain. What is your pain? If we go back to this last one, if I can get it back again. And this says so much more. It took a lot more to do. You don't have to go to this depth, but let's go another one. Okay. That should say everything. Before, after. I just wanted to make something pop out a little bit more than normal, and I think I did it. But I could probably try a bit more. Okay, what does this thumbnail mean to you? What does that mean to you? What is that? I wanted to just... This is off the levels of hell. And are there levels of hell? Do you really even need to have any words or titles? There is so much meaning in here. Showing a meaning is much better than just saying titles of hell, levels of hell. Why am I inspired? Why do I want to click? Whereas this says so much with so little. Okay, this bit I'm actually quite excited about this one, because the Easter just gone, I did a video that I thought was quite good. People said it was great. People said that the editing was good. Yeah, okay. But then were people clicking on it? And I wanted to get a 5% click-through rate, because that's what's good. That's what's great. That's what we're aiming for. Now, I put up, it was all about why Jesus said, my God, why have you forsaken me? And I had come across this verse all my life, and I've always been curious, why did he even say that? So I wanted to take it one step further, because I found something that amazed me. And I'm saying, why is Jesus forsaken? Nobody clicked. It looks great, but... And why was Jesus forsaken? I am. I'm trying to tell someone to click. It wasn't working. I was telling. And then I changed it up a bit. Wish I knew years ago. What? Again, I'm trying to show, but it didn't do anything. Then I tried again, and I tried to level up the real reason revealed. I tried to be, this is going to be revealed. I mean, the thumbnail looks fantastic, and I did a whole heap, and it took me ages to do this, even though you wouldn't think so. But it was off a drawing, and so I cut it out and put it, I did lots of things to it. But it still didn't inspire anybody. And I had 5 days to do this, because you may not know, but at Easter, there's about 5 days leading up to Easter, including Easter, that people click on Easter videos. Any other time of the year, nobody even cares for some reason. But those days, for those 5 days, it goes crazy. I had to get a 5% click rate, or else. Because, well, hey, I was all about thumbnails, wasn't I? So I was experimenting. I tried again. And this one was the final one on the final day. This psalm changes everything. And you're thinking, what psalm? Easter. The thing here is, Psalm 22 starts with, which is thousands of years before Jesus died on the cross and said those words, my God, why have you forsaken me? So at Easter, this psalm changes everything. And it was that last day that I finally got that 5%. And it was through experimenting. I'm not saying I know how all this works. I'm not saying that I have all the answers. What I am trying to say is, it's just, if you know that this is what it's all about, showing in the thumbnail is everything. Stop telling. That is everything. We've got to stop telling stories and showing. And this leads to this one. Hopefully, if I get my act together before Easter, so we've got about 5 months, should be enough time. But I'm hoping that this shows the story of what I just said, that this is going to be about how I got that 5% click rate. See, that even sounds boring. If would you click on something that I said, I've got a 5% click rate, and I worked it out or something, it really doesn't inspire you. Why would you want to click? But last chance, 358 days. Because I've taken, I think it was 7 days or 8. Oh, forget it. Maths is hard. But it may not work. There might be a better thumbnail for this. Last chance, 358 days. With the right title, this will work. This one here, I think, again, hours of research, you can't quite see that. I found this live. I think I put too many things on there. I think if I just took off hours of research, took off the live, I found this. That, because it matches the title of I found this to make a difference when it comes to your channel. It's not even the right title, but am I making sense? Don't tell a story, show a story. Now, what's coming up next? Oh, this is probably one of my favorite videos of my other channel. There was or is this whole thing with why did God kill or ask for people to be killed in his name in the Old Testament? And I wanted to evoke emotion, but I also wanted to show something that people understood. And you know, why does God say kill them all? And here we have kill them all. It just invokes people's interest to go, what is this about? All right. Oh, another one of my favorite. Now, this isn't a thumbnail, but I just wanted to say in a picture to be able to tell a story. Now, on the sign, it says, you are entering Genesis Town, no aliens, next 31,102 verses. And with a bit of research, you find that that is how many verses there are in the Bible. So this is the city limit. Beyond this, there are no aliens. We're just passing. So what does this mean to you? Does this mean anything to you? I wanted to show a story. I wanted to show that outside the Bible, you might think there's aliens and there might be proof or there may not be proof, and I actually don't think there are aliens. But, within the Bible, there are none. So this is saying, as soon as you pass this line, there will be no aliens. There are none. Because people think that there are aliens in the Bible, and there's not. There's no proof. People point to this verse and that verse, and again, I don't want to go into that and get me too excited, and then I'll just spend the next hour on that. But are there aliens in the... No. The Bible doesn't say so, and that's what I wanted to say in this. I took it one step further, and see what you think. Sorry, I had to. I'm not going to say any more about that. And this last week, even though I had done this after Halloween itself, and probably would have been better before Halloween, but I didn't think of it then, so that's just how it goes. But I wanted to make this Psalm 23:4, which is, even though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, you are with me. Probably if I was to do this as a thumbnail for a video, I probably wouldn't put all of that wording in there, and I probably would just say, I will fear no evil, or God is with me, just in the bottom part or something like that. Because I think, thumbnails, you just got to simplify the wording. But this is more of a picture telling a story. Yeah, I think it says everything myself. And I think that's everything. So, show a story, don't tell it. That is all I've got to say. And just think about what you're putting up, what kind of pictures, what kind of thought-provoking, interesting, intriguing things you want to put up in your thumbnails, because that means everything. So, go do something awesome for God, and I'll catch you in the next one.